Hello everyone. In this video, I explain you the software engineering important questions for all modules. I have taken 8 questions from each module and explained with the key answers how to write, what are all the important points that you have to write. I have explained for all modules. If you go through this video till the end, you can easily score 80 plus marks in software engineering. Make sure that you watch till the end. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Let us start without delay. Module 1, we have introduction of software engineering and software process models. We have few models in first module. Let us see. Explain software engineering and its characteristics. Software engineering, you have to define the meaning of software engineering for this question. That is, software engineering is a systematic, disciplined and quantifiable approach. This is what the meaning of software engineering. You have to elaborate it and write it and explain its characteristics. It ensures the quality, maintainability, efficiency. These you have to mention the characteristics, write 2-3 more, and the basics of software development life cycle. You have to explain the basics of software development life cycle. This is the first question. Explain the software engineering and its characteristics. This is asked for 7 marks in previous year question papers in software engineering. Let us see the second question. Explain classical waterfall model with advantages and disadvantages. This is asked for 10 marks. This is very important question for exam in software engineering. And let us see the answer. We have phases in the each module, that is requirement specification, designing, coding and implementation, testing that and deployment, maintenance and operation. We have 6 phases in waterfall model. You have to explain each one of the steps step by step. And we have advantages here, very simple, structured, easy to manage. I will say very simple because waterfall model is used for the small projects. And disadvantages, poor flexibility, not good for changing requirements. If I want to change any requirement at the middle of that project, I can't do that. That's why poor flexibility. And not good for changing requirements. If I want to change any requirement, it shouldn't happen. This is the disadvantages of waterfall model. You can see the waterfall will be like falling down. That's why it is called as waterfall model. And I have explained this question in previous video. You can check it out to get the full marks in this question, for this question. And the third one is explain V model with the diagram. This is also very important. All the five models in first module are very important. This is asked for 10 marks. Let us see. Verification and validation at each stage. V model means the model is looking like V. It looks like V. That's why it is called as V model. And the left side of V represent the verification. And the right side of the V represent the validation. Left side it is implementation phase, like it is planning phase. Left side V is planning and the right side V is testing. That's why verification and validation at each stage and parallel testing activities for each development phase. For example, if I have requirement analysis, for that we have testing phase, and I have designing, for that also I have testing phase. If you want, you can see here. You can see here for user requirements acceptance testing. these two are connected here. You can see for each phase is connected to the testing phase as well. This is the V model in software engineering. I have explained this one also. You can check it out. And this V model ensures the quality and early defect detection because the each phase is connected to the testing phase. That's why early defect detection. If any defect is there in any phase means it can identify at the early stages only and ensures the quality as well. This is about V model. You have to draw the diagram. I showed you already. And explain the incremental model. This is also very important. Ask it for 7 marks. Develop a software in small increments. It will develop the software in small increments. This is also I have explained in my previous videos. You can check it out. And each increment adds the functionality. It reduces the risk and early delivery because the customer involvement is there in the each phase. I'll show you this one also. This is the diagram of incremental model. This is one increment, second increment and third increment. We have increments in this, and in the early increments can be used by the user. I told you user experience is there here. Early increments can be used by the user and tested by them. And again, if they want to add any requirements or change any requirements, it can be done in the later increments. Changes can be done in later increments. This is very flexible. Got it? This is the incremental model. This one also I have explained in detail with advantages, disadvantages, where do we use it, everything I have explained. Check it out, that video. And the next question is explain spiral model with diagram. This is asked for 10 marks. It combines the iterative and risk driven approach. It is a iterative. Spiral means you can see a circle rounded. Spiral means it should be like this, right? It is like this. That's why spiral. It is iterative. It has the loops and risk driven approach. Risk is there in this spiral model because if you want to change any requirements in the middle, you can easily change it. You can add or remove anything you can do. And each cycle has planning, risk analysis, engineering and evaluation. Each cycle has these 4 phases in the spiral model. These are the four phases that you have to explain step by step, and it is good for large projects and high risk projects because if you want to add any requirement or change any requirement, it is easily done in spiral model. That's why it is good for the large projects and high risk projects. This is all about spiral model. I have explained this one also. Let me show you. This is the spiral model diagram. We have 4 phases here. The first one is planning, risk analysis, engineering and evaluation. These are the 4 phases that you have to explain step by step. Planning, risk analysis, engineering and evaluation. With advantages and disadvantages, I have explained in detail. Check it out, that video. And the 6th question in module 1 is explain agile model, that is Scrum XP, asked for 8 marks in previous year question papers. Let us see. It is iterative incremental development. We have iterations in agile model also and increments as well. Frequent customer feedback is involved in this agile model and adaptable to changes. Any changes can be done in any stage of this model. And short sprints with continuous delivery. It can be delivered at any time. And we have short sprints here like loop wise. Circles we have. I'll show you agile model as well. You have to draw this diagram and explain the each of the phases, that is requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, development, deployment and maintenance. You have to explain all 6 phases in detail. Let us show you. These are the 6 phases along with the advantages and disadvantages. If they ask first 10 marks, you have to write the advantages and disadvantages of any model. Got it? Check that video in detail explanation. Compare the software process models. We have agile, waterfall, incremental, spiral. You have to compare all 4 models. They may ask waterfall versus increment. They may ask incremental and spiral. You have to prepare for all 4 models. And difference in flexibility, risk, customer feedback. You have to include these factors in the differences. If you write in a tabular form, then it will be easy to the examiner to correct it. This is the 7th question. And the 8th question is applications of software engineering. Very important in first module. Ask it for 5 marks. Let us see. You have to write the applications of software engineering. Use applicable in web applications, embedded systems, enterprise software, ensures the reliable and maintainable. These are the applications. If you explain the each step, then it will be easy to score good marks. This is all about the first module. Let us see the second module, that is requirement engineering. This is second module in software engineering. Explain software engineering requirement specification, that is SRS, software requirement specification. Ask it for 10 marks in previous years. This is very important question. We have to explain the functional and non-functional requirements. Have to explain both functional and non-functional. I have explained these two with the differences. You can check out that video. I'll show you. If you explain like this also, it's okay. You can explain. You have to write the functional requirements and explain these steps. After that, you have to explain the non-functional requirements to this question. And this software requirement specification provides the clear system description, what exactly the customer needs. It provides the clear system description, and it used as contract between the client and developer, because the client gives what they want, what they exactly want, and the developer develop how the customer needs. This is the contract between client and developer. This is all about software requirement specification. Very important, ask it for 10 marks. And the second question is difference between functional and non-functional requirements. I told you I have explained this complete video. Watch it out and I will explain in short. Functional means focus on the action. For example, payment, login, these focus on the action. This is about functional. Non-functional means focus on the quality, performance, usability and reliability. For example, page loads in 2 seconds. That you experience the quality there. That's why this is non-functional requirement. The third question is explain feasibility study. You have to explain the economic, technical, operational and you have to explain economic, technical and operational feasibility. These three you have to explain. This is asked for 7 marks, and the feasibility study determines the project viability and it reduces the project failure risk. The feasibility study reduces the project failure risk. This is third question in module 2. And the fourth question is requirement gathering techniques, like how you gather the requirements from the user. You have to explain about that. It ensures the complete and correct requirements. The requirement gathering technique ensures the complete and correct requirements. whether you have taken the proper requirements from the user or not. It ensures that. And critical in early software development lifecycle stages. It is very critical in early stages of software development lifecycle. This is fourth question. This is asked for 8 marks. And the fifth question is use case modeling and diagram. You have to explain the use case modeling along with the diagram. Very important question asked for 10 marks. Let us see, you have to explain the actors, use cases and interactions. These three you have to explain with the diagram and captures the functional requirement. You have to explain actors, use cases and interactions, and it will capture the functional requirements and explain a standard example for in the exam. And the sixth question is requirement validation and management. This question is asked for 7 marks. Let us see. The requirement validation and management checks the correctness of the requirements and the completeness and consistency. It will check the correctness, completeness and the consistency. And the requirement validation and management manages the changes during the software development life cycle. It ensures the traceability. This is the sixth question. And the seventh question in module 2 is difference between requirement analysis and specification, which is asked for 5 marks. Here requirement analysis means understand what to build. What we have to build is requirement analysis. And requirement specification means document the requirements clearly. How to document the requirements. What are all the requirements? How to document the requirements. That is specification. If you write in the tabular form, then it will be easy to the examiner to correct it. And you will be easily getting the full marks to this question if you write it in tabular form. And the eighth question is applications of requirement engineering. You can write 5 applications and explain in one line. That's enough for 5 marks. Applications, that is project planning, system design, quality assurance. These are the applications of requirement engineering. Let us see the third module, that is all about designing. That is designing. Let us see. Explain software design concepts. This is asked for 10 marks. Let us see. We have software design concepts, modularization, abstraction, coupling and cohesion. How to explain these 4 concepts in the designing. That is modularization, abstraction, coupling and cohesion. For 10 marks you have to explain in detail. And the software design concepts ensures the maintainable and reusable of software. This is very important for exam. Asked in the previous year question paper. You have to study this. Asked for 10 marks. And the next question is difference between architectural and detailed design. You have to write it in the tabular form. Let us see the architectural design, that is high level structure. We have high level structure for the architectural, and for the detailed design it is module level design. And algorithms, we have algorithms in detailed design and it is module level design. Architectural is high level design. Let us see the third question, is very important. I have starred it, that's why it is very important. Explain the data flow diagram. DFD, data flow diagram, very important question from module 3. You have to explain level 0, level 1 and level 2 of data flow diagram along with the diagrams. Shows the data flow diagram shows the flow of data in system. How the data is flowing in the system. It will show that the data flow diagram. Very important, you have to study for the exam. And explain ER diagram. This is fourth question asked for 7 marks. This is also very important question asked in almost all the question papers. You can see this question. You have to explain the entities in that ER diagram, attributes and relationships. You have to draw the ER diagram. What are all the entities, attributes and relationship present in that ER diagram? You have to explain each and everything in detail. And the ER diagram represent the database schema. This is a small point that I have included. You have to explain and everything about ER diagram. Very important question. And the fifth question is explain UML diagram in that class, sequence and activity. You have to explain these three in the UML diagram. They only ask. This is for 10 marks. Very important this one also. For example, take the class in UML diagram. Take the class. In that you have to explain the structure of the class, and sequence you have to explain the interaction. In activity, the workflow you have to explain. UML diagram is essentially modern design. If the project has the modern design, then it is essential, and you have to explain the diagram. Along with that, the detailed explanation is required because this is asked for 10 marks. Based on the marks only you have to explain. Remember this. And the sixth question is explain coupling and cohesion. Cohesion means module internal relatedness. And the coupling means module interdependency. You have to explain these two, cohesion and coupling. And high cohesion, low coupling is the best combination for good design. We will get the good design when we have the low coupling and high cohesion. This is the best combination to get the good design. And the seventh question, which is very important, architectural styles and patterns, asked for 8 marks. Here you have to explain the client server, layered and MVC, that is model view controller. You have to explain these three along with the diagram and explain example for each one. This is for 8 marks, very important question. Architectural styles and patterns. And the eighth question is applications of software design, asked for 5 marks. Enhances the scalability. Applications of software design. It will enhance the scalability, boost the security, improves the maintainability. If you write 2 more and explain in just one line, you will get the full marks to this question. Let us see the fourth module. And it is module 4 of software engineering, which includes only about testing. We have unit testing, system testing, integration testing, and black box and white box testing. Let us see one by one. The first question is explain software testing and its importance. You have to write the definition for software testing and its importance. What is software testing? The testing detects the defects in the early phase and ensures the quality of that system. That is what software testing means. And you have to explain the functional and non-functional testing in that software testing. And let us see the importance. It boosts the user satisfaction. When you test that particular software, then all the defects will be reduced. Then it will boost the user satisfaction by that. Improves the security as well. This is the first question. Let us see the second one. Explain black box and white box testing. This is very important question and asked for 10 marks in the previous year question paper. Let us see the black box. It is functionality without code knowledge. It will do the functionality without coding knowledge. It doesn't have any coding knowledge, any prior knowledge. The black box means, just remember that black box means blank. It is blank. It doesn't know anything about coding knowledge. And the white box, internal logic and code coverage. It covers the all the coding part. That is white box testing. You have to explain in detail each black box. For black box you have to write 5 marks. For white box it will be 5 marks. Total 10 marks for this question. Very important. And the third question is, explain unit integration and system acceptance testing. You have to explain unit integration, system and acceptance testing. This is asked for 10 marks. Very important for exam, because here you can see all the testing. All 4 testings are included here. That's why. Unit testing is individual modules. You will test the individual modules separately. You will test all the modules separately. Integration means combined modules. You will test the combined modules. System and acceptance testing means end-to-end testing. It is sometimes done by the end user, who is the user. The end user is going to take that system or that product. He will test that. That is called acceptance testing. It is very important question. How to explain step by step in detail to each and every testing. Unit integration, system and acceptance testing. The fourth one is, which is very important, explain testing levels and strategies, which is asked for 7 marks. To this question you have to explain the static versus dynamic testing, and you have to explain top down, bottom up and mixed strategies. These are the strategies for the testing levels. How to explain these 3 one by one in detail. It is asked for 7 marks. And the next question, which is very important, the star means it is very important. It's understood. Explain test case design techniques. Asked for 8 marks. In this you have to explain the equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis. You have to explain these two in detail. And the test case design techniques ensures the effective test coverage. This will cover the effective test. This is about code design technique, test case design techniques. Sorry. And the sixth question is software quality metrics. Very important. Asked for 7 marks. The software quality metrics are reliability, maintainability and efficiency. These 3 are the software quality metrics, and it measures the product quality. How exactly the product is. What is the quality of this product? Whether it's working properly or not. This is the software quality metrics. What is the efficiency, maintainability, reliability of that product? It checks all those. This is about software quality metrics. And the 7th question is difference between verification and validation, which is also important. Asked for 5 marks. For verification, you have to just mention, are we building it right? Means, are we building the system right? This is verification. And the validation means, are we building the right product? This is validation. You have to explain these two in detail for 5 marks. At least 3 to 4 points to each verification and validation. That's enough for 5 marks. And the 8th question is applications of software testing. You have to write down the applications of software testing for 5 marks. If you write the 6 to 7, 8, that's enough. If you write only 5, then explain just in one line to each and every application. budget detection, performance optimization, security validation, user satisfaction. When you test that particular system and all the bugs, errors are cleared, means less chances of failure. That's why the user satisfaction requirement verification. These are the applications of software testing. Asked for 5 marks. Let us see the module 5, software testing. Asked for 5 marks. Let us see the module 5, which includes the software maintenance and project management. It is all about software maintenance and project management. Let us see one by one. Explain software maintenance types. It is very important and asked for 10 marks. We have corrective, adaptive, perfective and preventive. These 4 types we have in software maintenance. You have to explain in detail every type of software maintenance. And the software maintenance ensures the software longevity. You have to explain everything about software maintenance and its types. And the second question is explain software configuration management, which is asked for 8 marks. You have to explain version control and change management in this. This software configuration management ensures the consistency and integrity, and you have to explain with an example. And the third question is explain project planning and scheduling, which is very important, asked for 10 marks. You have to explain work breakdown structure, that is WBS, Gantt chart. You have to explain these two, project planning and scheduling, work breakdown structure and Gantt chart. This project planning and scheduling ensures the timely project delivery. At what time you are going to delivering that project to the customer. Here we have scheduling, right? Project planning. How exactly you are building the project. That is project planning. Like what are all the requirements, how are you going to design. Everything is included in the planning. And scheduling means how much time you are taking to deliver that particular project to the client, the customer. Everything you have to explain in detail. And the fourth question, risk management in software projects. How the risk is managed in software project. This is asked for 7 marks, which is very important. You have to write, identify the risk, analyze it and mitigate the risk. Identify the risk. This is very important. You have to identify the risk, analyze the risk and mitigate the risk. It will reduce the project failures. Risk management. If the risk is low, then the project failures will be less. And that risk is managed very easily means the project failures are very less. And ensures the project success. The risk management ensures the project success. The project has to be success. This is how the risk management works. Very important question. And the fifth question is software cost estimation techniques. Here we have COCOMO, function points, expert judgment. You have to explain these 3 techniques in detail, step by step. And this will help the budgeting and resource allocation, where it helps how to explain. And the 6th question is software project metrics, asked for 7 marks in previous year question papers. Here you have to explain effort metrics, schedule metrics, cost, size and quality. These are the 5 metrics you have to explain, and productivity as well. The software project metrics monitors the project progress and quality. what is the progress of that project and quality of that product, it will keep on monitoring. That is what software project manage matrix. Very important for 7 marks. And the seventh question is explain case tools, asked for 5 marks. Here the abbreviation of case is computer aided software engineering tools, and it will support and automate the various stages of software development life cycle. It will support the software development life cycle various stages and automate as well. It supports the analysis, design and testing. Software development life cycle stages means we have requirement analysis, design, testing, everything we have. It will support those. This is the case tools for 5 marks. And the last question is applications of software engineering in industry. We can say that in healthcare we use mobile and web applications, aerospace and defense, automotive and embedded system, AI and ML. In e-commerce we use software engineering. This is the complete 5 modules I have explained. If you follow these questions, for sure you will get 80 plus marks in your VTU or JNTU exams. For sure. If you follow this one night before exam, the key points whatever I have explained, if you follow this and go through this, you will be easily can get the high marks. If you find this information helpful, then subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, because I will be uploading operating system, DSA, all the subjects. And if you want me to explain any particular subject or any particular topic, then comment below. I'll explain that. And share this video to your friends who are struggling to score more marks. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If you want anything, then comment below. Thank you for watching.